God says, this sign was sent just for you and you keep missing it. Open before it's gone, my beloved child, stop for a moment. Breathe. Something hidden has been circling your life quietly, patiently, waiting for this exact second when your soul would finally listen. If your heart feels stirred right now without knowing why, that's not random. This is a sacred interruption. A whisper from the unseen brushing against your awareness, saying, this is for you. You didn't arrive here by accident. The universe doesn't misplace souls, and timing is never careless. There is a revelation unfolding now, one that has been trying to reach you through dreams, patterns, repeated feelings, and subtle signs you almost ignored. Almost. This message found you because your spirit is ready to remember what it once knew. There is something hidden in plain sight, an answer you've asked for during quiet nights, a reassurance you needed when words failed, a gentle nudge when you felt lost but hopeful. You felt it before, that tug in your chest, that moment when time slowed and everything felt meaningful. That was the sign. And it's still here. Listen closely, because this truth arrives softly, not with fear, not with force, but with divine certainty. God says, this sign was sent just for you and you keep missing it. Open before it's gone. Those words are not meant to scare you. They are meant to awaken you. You've been protected more than you realize. Redirected more than you noticed. Delayed only to be aligned. Every closed door, every pause, every unexpected turn was shaping you for what's next. The universe has been preparing space for you to step into clarity, peace, and purpose. Right now, something is being revealed, not outside of you, but within you. A remembering. A soft truth that says you are guided, you are seen, and your path is unfolding exactly as it should. The sign isn't loud. It's personal. It arrives when your heart is quiet enough to receive it. This is your moment to open, to trust what's rising inside you. To stop dismissing the gentle nudges as coincidence. To understand that destiny doesn't rush, but it never forgets. What's meant for you is closer than it appears, and hope is not a distant dream, it's a living presence walking beside you now. Stay with this message. Let it settle. Let it speak. The clarity you've been asking for is already forming, and the next step will reveal itself in perfect timing. You are not late. You are right on time. If this message resonated with your soul, watch this video completely to receive the full revelation meant for you. Like this video, share it with someone who needs this reminder, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next divine message prepared for you. Stay open. Stay guided. Your purpose is unfolding now. God says, this sign was sent just for you, and you keep missing it. Not because you are careless, not because you are unworthy, but because you have been listening with your ears while I have been speaking to your spirit. I have whispered through moments you dismissed as coincidence. I have waited in pauses you rushed past. I have stood quietly in front of you while you searched the noise for answers. And still, I have not left. I am here now, closer than your next breath, unfolding a message that was sealed until this very moment. Do not skim these words. Do not hurry. What I am revealing does not obey haste. There is a reason your heart feels restless when you are alone. There is a reason certain memories surface when the night grows quiet. There is a reason you feel pulled toward something you cannot name. That pull is not confusion. It is recognition. Something inside you remembers me, even when your mind forgets. You have been asking for clarity, yet fearing what clarity might demand. You have been praying for change, yet holding tightly to what feels familiar. I see the contradiction you try to hide, even from yourself. I do not judge it. I understand it. Growth has always felt like loss before it feels like freedom. But hear me now, what you think you are losing is not who you are. It is who you outgrew. I sent signs in gentle ways first. A thought that arrived uninvited but would not leave. A door that closed when you were sure it should open. A delay that frustrated you, then protected you. I sent people who mirrored your wounds so you could finally see them. I sent distance so you could learn what mattered. Each sign was precise. Each moment intentional. None of it was random. You told yourself you were imagining things. You said, "It's probably nothing." But nothing does not stir the soul. Nothing does not awaken longing. Nothing does not return again and again, asking to be noticed. What you have been experiencing is alignment trying to form, truth trying to surface, destiny knocking softly before it must knock louder. I know you are tired. Tired of waiting. Tired of hoping. Tired of being strong when you want to rest. You wonder how much longer you can carry what you have been carrying. You wonder if anyone sees the weight behind your smile. I see it. I have always seen it. And I need you to know this: your endurance has not gone unnoticed, and your tears have not been wasted. Every tear has watered something you cannot yet see. You think you are behind. You think you missed your moment. You think others are further ahead while you are standing still. That is not the truth. You are not late. You are being prepared. Timing is not about speed, it is about readiness. If I allowed certain doors to open before now, they would have crushed you instead of carried you. What feels like delay is protection disguised as patience. Listen carefully. There is a shift happening around you right now. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Now. Things you struggled to release are loosening their grip. Questions that haunted you are beginning to lose their power. You may not feel triumphant yet, but you feel different, and that difference is the beginning. When the ground feels unstable, it is often because something new is forming beneath the surface. You have been searching for a sign that screams, when I have been offering one that whispers. Because what is meant for you does not need to compete with the noise. It waits for stillness. It waits for surrender. It waits for the moment you stop trying to control the outcome and start trusting the process. Trust is not passive. It is brave. It is choosing to believe even when proof feels delayed. I know there are choices before you that feel heavy. You fear choosing wrong. You fear regretting what cannot be undone. But hear me, I am not asking you to see the whole path. I am asking you to take the next true step. Light has never been given all at once. It arrives as you move. Standing still demanding certainty will only keep you in the dark. You wonder why certain cycles keep repeating. Why the same lessons appear in different forms. It is not punishment. It is refinement. Gold is not refined by being admired but by being placed in fire. Yet even in the fire, I set the temperature. I know exactly how much you can endure, and I never step away while the process unfolds. I am with you in every uncomfortable transformation. There is something you have been avoiding admitting to yourself. A truth you sense but have not spoken. You think acknowledging it will make everything harder. In reality, it will set you free. I already know it. I am waiting for you to trust me enough to face it. The moment you do, the fog will begin to lift, and the weight you have been carrying will finally shift. Do not compare your journey to anyone else's. What I am doing in you is unique. What you are becoming requires experiences others may never understand. Isolation has not been rejection. It has been consecration. I have been removing distractions so you can hear me clearly. Loneliness has sharpened your discernment. Silence has strengthened your voice. You have asked me why certain prayers seemed unanswered. I did answer them, just not in the way you expected. Sometimes the answer is no because what you asked for would have limited you. Sometimes the answer is wait because you are still unfolding. Sometimes the answer is different because my vision extends further than your request. Every response has been rooted in love, even when it felt like absence. Right now, you are standing at the edge of understanding. This is why resistance has increased. This is why doubt has tried to speak louder. When something real is about to change, fear always tries one last time to keep you familiar instead of free. Do not mistake fear's volume for truth. Truth is calm. Truth is steady. Truth does not need to shout, "I am calling you to let go of what you keep revisiting." The past cannot be your home and your future at the same time. You cannot receive new vision while clinging to old wounds. Forgiveness is not approval, it is release. Release makes room. Room is where miracles breathe. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not invisible. Heaven has been attentive to every silent battle you have fought. There are doors aligning that you cannot yet see. There are conversations forming that will shift everything. There are confirmations on their way that will make you realize why it had to happen this way. This message reached you because you were meant to pause here. You were meant to listen. You were meant to remember who you are and whose you are. Do not scroll past this moment in your spirit. Something is unfolding right now as you read these words. Something ancient and new at the same time. Something you asked for long before you knew how to ask, and this is where I need you to stay present, because what I am about to reveal next is not for wandering minds or distracted hearts. It is for those willing to sit in the stillness just a little longer, for those who sense that this is not just another message. Not just another moment, but a threshold. What comes next will explain the sign you kept missing, the pattern you couldn't decode, the reason this message found you exactly now, because the sign was never meant to frighten you, only to awaken you. It was never meant to rush you, only to ready you. You expected something dramatic, something undeniable, something that would remove all doubt in an instant. But I do not override free will with spectacle. I invite. I nudge. I illuminate just enough for you to recognize me without losing yourself in fear. The sign has been unfolding slowly, patiently, layered within your days, waiting for the moment your heart would finally ask, not just for answers, but for truth. You have felt it in moments of sudden calm that arrived without explanation. In the way certain words lingered longer than they should have. In the heaviness that surfaced when you tried to walk away from what you knew deep down was meant for you. That heaviness was not condemnation. It was resistance between who you are now and who you are becoming. Transformation often feels like tension before it feels like peace. I know you have tried to reason your way out of this feeling. You told yourself you were overthinking. You blamed exhaustion, stress, timing. But your spirit has been awake even when your mind tried to sleep. And now, here you are again, reading words that feel uncomfortably precise. Wondering how something unseen could know you so well. That is because I have known you since before you knew yourself. I have been present in every version of you, even the ones you barely recognize anymore. There is a calling on your life that does not look like what you imagined. It is quieter, deeper, more demanding of integrity than performance. It requires courage, not applause. Faith, not certainty. You were never meant to follow the loudest path, only the truest one. This is why you have felt out of place in spaces where others seemed comfortable. This is why success defined by others never fully satisfied you. Your measure has always been different because your assignment is different. You have been standing at a crossroads longer than you realize. One path leads back to what you already know, predictable, familiar, safe in appearance but costly to the soul. The other path feels unclear, uncertain, even risky, but it carries life. I have not forced you because love does not coerce. I have waited because readiness cannot be rushed. But understand this, hesitation has an expiration. Not because I withdraw my presence, but because moments of alignment do not remain open forever. This is why the urgency has increased. Not panic, but importance. Not fear, but gravity. You are sensing that something must change, though you cannot yet articulate what. That is the sign you missed, not a single event, but a convergence. Thoughts, emotions, disruptions, invitations, all aligning at once. When patterns repeat, it is not coincidence, it is instruction. You are being asked to trust me beyond your understanding. Beyond what feels logical. Beyond what others advise when they speak only from their own limitations. I am asking you to step forward without needing every reassurance lined up. Not recklessly, but faithfully. The next step will not demand perfection, only willingness. I will meet you in motion, not stagnation. You fear making a mistake, but hear me, I am not fragile. My plans do not shatter because of honest missteps. What delays purpose is not imperfection, but refusal. Even when you stumble, I remain steady. Even when you question, I remain constant. But when you stay where you no longer belong, you silence the very growth you have been praying for. There is a strength within you that you have underestimated because it was forged quietly. You did not arrive here by accident. Every disappointment refined your discernment. Every loss clarified your values. Every season of waiting trained your endurance. You are more prepared than you feel, and more supported than you see. You have been longing for confirmation, for a sign that says, yes, this is it. This is that moment. Not because everything is clear, but because something inside you recognizes truth when it hears it. That recognition is not emotion, it is resonance. It is your spirit responding to mine. I am not calling you to abandon responsibility or act without wisdom. I am calling you to stop postponing obedience. To stop negotiating with fear. To stop asking for permission from voices that do not know your destiny. You have learned enough. You have waited enough. The season of preparation has been longer than you think, and it has done its work. What comes next will require honesty, first with yourself, then with me. You will need to release what you hoped something would become and accept what it truly is. Grief may surface, but grief is not failure, it is transition. You cannot cross into new ground carrying everything from the old one. I am already ahead of you, preparing what you cannot yet imagine. Aligning people, opportunities, and moments that will make sense only in hindsight. You will look back and realize this pause, this tension, this message was the turning point. Not because everything changed instantly, but because you finally did. Stay with me here. Do not rush away from this stillness. Let these words settle beyond your thoughts, into the deeper place where truth takes root. There is more to say, more to reveal, more to unfold, but it requires your attention, your openness, your willingness to remain present just a little longer. Because the next part of this message is not about what you are leaving behind, but about what is reaching for you now, about the door that has already begun to open, about the choice that will quietly redefine everything if you are ready to hear it. What is reaching for you now has been reaching for you longer than you realize. It has waited patiently while you questioned yourself, while you doubted your worth, while you tried to become smaller so you would not disappoint anyone. But what is meant for you does not require you to shrink. It requires you to stand fully as who you are, without apology, without hiding, without pretending that the fire within you is not real. I have been preparing you for this moment in ways you did not recognize. I taught you discernment through disappointment. I taught you compassion through pain. I taught you patience through delay. None of it was wasted. Even the seasons you thought were empty were full of unseen work. Roots were growing while you searched for fruit. Strength was forming while you asked for relief. You are not standing at the edge of chaos. You are standing at the edge of clarity. The fear you feel is not a warning to retreat, it is a signal that you are close to something that matters. Comfort rarely accompanies calling. Familiarity often resists transformation. But peace will follow obedience, not precede it. I know you are wondering what exactly I am asking of you. You want specifics. You want certainty. You want guarantees. But this journey unfolds relationally, not mechanically. It begins with alignment, not answers. It begins when you choose truth over convenience, integrity over approval, faith over fear. The details will come, but only after you say yes with your heart. You have spent so much time asking me to change your circumstances, yet I have been inviting you to change your posture. To lift your head. To open your hands. To stop bracing for disappointment and start expecting guidance. Expectation shapes perception. When you expect me to move, you begin to notice where I already am. Do not underestimate the power of small obedience. The next step may look ordinary. It may not impress anyone. It may not make sense to those watching from the outside. But heaven responds to alignment, not appearance. What seems small to you can unlock what has been waiting for generations. There are blessings connected to your courage that will not activate through wishing. There are answers attached to movement. There is healing tied to honesty. When you stop running from what you feel and bring it into the light, its power diminishes. Truth always weakens fear. You are not required to be fearless. You are required to be faithful. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is the decision to move forward while fear watches from behind. I will not abandon you mid-step. I will not ask you to walk where I have not already gone. My presence does not disappear when the path narrows, it becomes more intimate. Some people will not understand the changes you are about to make. Some will question you. Some will distance themselves. Let them. Their inability to see your calling does not invalidate it. You are not responsible for managing everyone's expectations. You are responsible for honoring the truth placed within you. Release the pressure to explain everything. Explanation is not always possible when transformation is internal. Your life will speak louder than your defense ever could. Consistency will clarify what words cannot. I am asking you now to stop waiting for the perfect moment. Perfection is a moving target fear uses to keep you frozen. The moment you are in is sufficient. The resources you have are enough. The wisdom you carry has been earned. Trust what has been formed within you. You may still feel unsure at times. That does not disqualify you. Even uncertainty can be holy when it leads you to depend on me. Faith is not certainty, it is trust placed in relationship. And this relationship has never been one-sided. I have always been here, even when you felt distant, even when you forgot how to listen. Remember this, you were never overlooked. You were never behind. You were never an afterthought. You are intentionally placed, intentionally shaped, intentionally guided. What feels like a quiet season now will soon be understood as a sacred one. As you move forward, you will notice old fears losing their grip. You will notice new confidence rising, not loud, not arrogant, but steady. You will notice doors opening where walls once stood. You will notice peace appearing where anxiety once lived. These are confirmations, not coincidences. Do not rush the unfolding. Do not compare the timing. Do not doubt the process. Growth that lasts is built layer by layer. Stay present. Stay honest. Stay willing. I will handle what you cannot, and when doubt returns, as it sometimes will, remember this moment. Remember how something within you stirred when you read these words. Remember that truth has a sound your spirit recognizes. Return to stillness. I will always meet you there. This message was not meant to overwhelm you. It was meant to awaken you. Not to pressure you, but to prepare you. Not to frighten you, but to remind you that you are guided, seen, and held. The sign you kept missing was not outside of you. It was within you. It was the quiet knowing that refused to fade. The persistent pull toward something more honest, more aligned, more alive. Now you see it. Now you recognize it. Now you can respond, go forward with courage, not because you know everything, but because you trust the one who does. You are not walking alone. You never have been. And as this chapter closes and another begins, carry this truth with you. I am with you. I am guiding you. And what is ahead is worth the faith it requires. Amen.